Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Tech Stocks Daily. Today, we're peeling back the layers on tech giants causing a buzz in the market. Get ready as we dive into Apple's strategic balancing act between efficiency and innovation, and why they've hit the brakes on those pricey AirPods Max updates. We'll unravel why Zoom's recent AI ventures might just be their silver lining amid slower growth projections. Then, we'll check in with Microsoft, which is dazzling with stellar growth and nimble financial prowess. Lastly, we bring Snowflake into focus, with soaring stock returns amid strategic shifts in the cloud data realm. Stay tuned for these sizzling insights and more. Today's tech buzz is heavily focused on Apple, shaking things up as usual. This time, though, the spotlight's not just on the latest shiny gadget, but on a deeper dive into the company's current strategic and market moves that's got investors and tech aficionados all ears. So let's break down what's going on. First up, an in-depth comparison of Apple with its contenders in the technology, hardware, storage, and peripheral sector unveiled some statistically juicy info. Apple's price-to-earnings ratio is sitting lower than the industry average at 38.3, suggesting you might get more bang for your buck if you're betting on Apple's future profits. But here's where it gets spicy. Apple's price-to-book and price-to-sales ratios are far above the average, hinting that folks are valuing Apple's assets and sales higher than those of other companies. It's like Apple's got its fans driving up prices at the lemonade stand because they love the extra tang. Even with its star-studded roster of devices, Apple's revenue growth came in at what you'd call a meh 6.07%, way below the sizzling industry average of 187.78%. That might indicate that folks aren't sprinting to the store for the latest iProduct like they used to, a first-world problem Apple can surely handle, but still, it's worth mentioning because it suggests slower expansion. Now, where Apple truly flexes is in its efficiency, something we're used to seeing. Its return on equity of 23.83% suggests they're squeezing out profits from every shiny dollar bill you throw their way. And with an EBITDA that's basically lifting more weights than everyone else combined, Apple's profitability and cash flow are showing they've clearly been hitting the gym. But what about Apple's other headline today? We're talking AirPods Max, the $550 premium pod spotted at swanky gyms in LA and NYC, probably sniffing eucalyptus and cheddar scents. According to none other than the tech whisperer Mark Gurman, Apple has zero interest in substantially updating these cans. Why? Well, they're doing just enough to stick around, but not enough to justify pouring loads of R&D cash into them. It's like that one barista you keep around because the espresso is passable, but not swoon-worthy. Despite this standing still stance on AirPods Max, Apple continues to enjoy the warm glow of its brand prestige. The wearables category raked in $9.04 billion, though slightly down from last year, while the iPhone still rakes in massive coins. All this contributed to Apple's recent quarter revenue hitting $94.9 billion, just topping what analysts expected. Talk about setting the bar high, and then somersaulting over it. In conclusion, Apple's a mixed bag right now. A strong performer riding on profitability and operational efficiency, but gliding along with its current product offerings instead of going full throttle into innovation with certain products. Curious times for a tech giant known for flips and surprises. So eyes peeled, folks. Let's see where Cupertino takes us next. Hey tech enthusiasts, today we're diving into the world of Zoom, the video conferencing powerhouse that kept us all virtually connected these past few years. Now, even though it was the savior of work-from-home life, it's finding itself in a bit of a tight spot in 2023. Let me break it all down for you. Zoom's shares took quite the tumble, dropping nearly 7% after the release of their third quarter results. Despite these results beating expectations, adjusted earnings coming in at $1.38 a share versus an anticipated $1.31, and revenue touching $1.178 billion, there were still raised eyebrows. Why? It all comes down to future growth prospects, which seem to be taking a breather. Zoom, whose enterprise revenues rose by 5.8% year over year, is dealing with a market that's cautious about its slower growth forecast. In particular, they're guiding towards just 2.7% revenue growth for the fourth quarter, down from the previous 3.6%, not exactly sending Wall Street into a frenzy of high fives. However, not everything is on a downtrend for Zoom. The company is showing some serious hustle with its AI initiatives. Their AI companion, which hypes their bid into AI-enhanced communication, saw monthly active users jump by a staggering 59% compared to the previous quarter. This surge is like adding rocket fuel to their ambition in the AI domain, potentially paving the way for robust monetization. Another bright spot for Zoom is in its enterprise ventures, with enterprise revenues hitting $698.9 million, making up over half of their total earnings. It's clear that businesses still lean heavily on Zoom. And let's not forget WorkVivo, which is now a major play in Zoom's strategy, having secured 3 new big-budget customers, including a massive deal with a Fortune 10 company, thanks to its partnership with Meta Platforms. Interestingly, Zoom saw impressive growth in its contact center business, boasting an 82% increase year over year and landing a record 20,000-seat deal in EMEA. They're shaking things up with innovative product launches, including AI Companion 2.0 features, aiming to diversify and strengthen their platform. On the financial side, Zoom remains a fortress of liquidity, with $7.7 billion in cash and equivalents, which should give them plenty of powder to innovate and potentially execute strategic buybacks or other growth initiatives. To round it off, despite a rocky reception to its earnings report, Zoom is still flexing its broad muscles by working on enhancing its tech portfolio and understanding market demands. Investors might be slightly skeptical right now, but Zoom's ongoing focus on AI and its robust enterprise segment could well write a more upbeat chapter in the months to come. So while today wasn't all sunshine, there's plenty orbiting in Zoom's universe worth keeping an eye on. Stay tuned for more updates, because in tech, nothing stays still for long. All right, let's dive into the tech giant Microsoft, which lately was sprinkled all over the news headlines. This multinational corporation, best known for its software prowess, has recently been under the lens for its performance metrics compared to its industry rivals. It's a bit like comparing the moves of the heavyweight champion in the IT world against those of some spirited challengers. Why all the fuss? It's all about those fancy metrics. Price to earnings, price to book, and price to sales ratios, all financial gobbledygook that's crucial for investors when they place their bets on stocks. Here's why Microsoft has everyone in a tizzy. The company boasts a price-to-earnings ratio of 34.58, which falls slightly below the industry average, signaling growth potential at what some might call a relative bargain. This is music to the ears of investors hunting for stocks with room to flourish. On the price-to-book ratio side, Microsoft's 10.82 trails below the norm, pointing towards untapped value. Imagine a sprint-ready Ferrari with its engine yet to roar. But hold those horses. Microsoft's price-to-sales ratio runs at a high 12.31, hinting that people's insatiable appetite for all things Microsoft might be a tad over-eager, at least in sales terms. Now about return on equity. Microsoft's 8.87% is not as flashy compared to its competitors, suggesting there might be room to rev up its efficiency and profit generation. But fear not, because what Microsoft lacks in ROE, it more than makes up for in profitability chances, thanks to an impressive EBITDA and gross profit that dwarf the competition's equivalent by leagues. Chalk this up as big thumbs up for their core operations and cash flow. With revenue skyrocketing at 16.04%, this is kind of a big deal. Microsoft is clearly in a growth spurt, handily outstripping the industry average. It's akin to Michael Phelps leaving the minnows behind in the pool. They look nimble and poised for the future. But wait, there's more. Microsoft is showing off a debt-to-equity ratio of just 0.21. For context, that's like handling student loans with paper route money, essentially a testament to its lean, robust financial health compared with the rest of the crowd. The stability of Microsoft's balance sheet suggests that it's balancing its books like a well-rehearsed Cirque du Soleil act, giving it another tick in the pros ledger for the investors. Overall, today it's Microsoft's impressive financial balancing act and promising growth story topping Technophile's discussions. The combination of being undervalued, steadily growing, plus a sound financial framework has many business moguls prospecting Microsoft as a good potential stock opportunity. It's a thrilling episode in the stock drama, and Microsoft, it seems, is truly a star player in the tech industry's soap opera. Don't lose sight. This saga has twists yet to unfold. So, what's cooking in the realm of cloud data? Snowflake into Torque has been stealing the tech news spotlight today, and it's not because they've started a collection of winter-themed outerwear. We're diving into their recent stock performance and parsing through what the future might hold for this snow show stealer. First off, Snowflake shares have soared faster than a sled on a greased track, with a zippy plus 46.1% return over the past month. Not too shabby compared to the Zacks S&P 500's modest plus 3.2%. Investors seem to have caught wind of a winter wonderland, albeit digitally speaking, because the ticker SNOW is trending more than a well-powdered ski slope on social media. What's drumming up all this excitement? For one, the company has shown stellar revenue performance. In its third fiscal quarter, revenue surged 28% from the year-ago period to hit $942 million. It's the kind of growth that turns skeptics into believers, even if the net loss reported did climb from $214 million the previous year to $324 million. But here's a pro tip. Those losses are mainly due to stock-based compensation. So while their tech might be in the cloud, their losses are pretty down to earth, driven by non-cash expenses. Now let's talk executive switcheroo. Earlier, Snowflake saw its CEO Frank Slootman head off, while Sridhar Ramaswamy, with his Google-sized experience, took his spot. This change had initially given investors some goosebumps. Still, it appears Ramaswamy's leadership is paying off, as the company is gearing up competently amidst the booming AI landscape. Analysts and investors alike have started revisiting their positions with a warm regard, as Ramaswamy seems to be nudging Snowflake to stay one step ahead of rivals like Databricks, not missed by anyone writing wish lists in the data management space. Moreover, they've made strides with their Cortex AI and machine learning product, showing impressive adoption rates. This is massive, as everyone and their grandparents seem to be diving headfirst into AI these days, and with massive adoption of its open data formats, Snowflake is positioning itself as the IT infrastructure star of many enterprises' tech neighborhoods. So, the burning question for investors is it too late to hitch a ride on the Snowflake sled? Seems like the verdict is leaning towards a cautious no. With estimates hinting at a slowing revenue growth rate, 23% in Q4, it's crucial to keep an eye on those numbers. However, the valuation might offer a buying opportunity for those playing the long game. What do you think? Is Snowflake's digital blizzard here to stay, or is it going to melt away with market fluctuations? Let's hear your thoughts below. Are you all in on Snowflake, or keeping them on your watch list for now? Drop a comment like it's hot but cool, because Snowflake, you know the drill. All right, folks, let's put one of these titans under the magnifying glass and see where the chips might fall. Today, let's talk about Snowflake, everybody's favorite winter-themed tech ticket that's currently causing a flurry in the financial world. So, what's the verdict? Buy, sell, or hold? Personally, I'd lean towards holding if you're already aboard this snow train, and here's why. Snowflake's been enjoying a downright frosty plus 46.1% rally over the past month. That's like tagging along with Usain Bolt on a casual jog. Quite the exhilarating ride. The company's topping up those financial thermometers with solid revenue growth. We're talking a robust jump of 28% to $942 million. It's the kind of performance you'd cheer for if you're already in, but hold on tight because the net loss did tip the scales up to $324 million. Mainly, this is from stock-based compensation, so don't let those icy numbers freeze you out just yet. With the new captain at the helm, Sridhar Ramaswamy, pivoting the ship amid potential stratified clouds of AI, Snowflake seems poised rather than posturing. The market thinks he's injecting warmth right where it's needed, battling against lightning competitors like Databricks. But here's the rub. With whispers of growth deceleration to 23% in Q4, it's time to pack a little extra caution in your financial sled. If you're already a stakeholder dreaming of a snow-laden paradise, holding makes sense. It allows you to exploit any forthcoming surges while remaining wary of potential descents. Considering smaller adoption rates and market fluidity, pumping the brakes on a buy might just save new investors from a potential cold snap. The valuation could reshape buying opportunities for those donning a longer-term scarf, minimizing exposure to sudden strikes of volatility. So there it is, Snow Buddies, a mildly bullish yet cautious hold. But remember, this is just my opinion. Always do your due diligence and research. You're the boss of your own portfolio universe, so navigate wisely through the steely financial forest. Let me know your thoughts and drop your own verdicts. Are you cozying up to Snowflake or ready to move your boots someplace warmer? Hit up those comments, stay informed, and keep that spreadsheet handy. And remember, in the fast-flipping tech world, nothing stays frozen for long. What a day it's been across the tech world today. We've seen Apple taking a strategic pause with some products, but still raking in hefty revenue, thanks to their efficient business operations. Meanwhile, Zoom's showing off its AI muscles despite a slight market dip, and Microsoft continues to flex with steady growth and rock-solid financials. As for Snowflake, it's racing ahead with strong returns, but caution might be the game after its frosty rise. If you enjoyed this ride through today's tech stocks, give that like button a click, and don't forget to subscribe and share with your fellow tech enthusiasts. And remember, we'll be diving back into the tech scene tomorrow, so make sure to tune in for more sizzling updates. Until then, keep your gadgets charged and your portfolios primed.